Good evening. Welcome to tonight's 2013-2014 Academic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. This evening we will recognize 8 students that have exemplified outstanding academic achievement and will rest on the wall of our Academic Hall of Fame wall before me. And so tonight will be a very celebratory night where we engage in activities that will hopefully showcase some of the best and the brightest students that we have to offer. Some of them will be seniors, some will be juniors. We'll have sophomores as well as freshman students that will be here tonight with us. And the seniors will be sending you off. This is kind of a preempting mark for you to go to graduation on June 7th. So we do welcome you this evening, the 5 out of 8 candidates that are here with us tonight. I would like to recognize Pastor Matisse as well as Mr. Ross, which are board members with the Grand Rapids Public Schools. So welcome to tonight's ceremony. I would like to also recognize our staff that we have with us this evening and thank them for coming and displaying the work that they do with students every day. So with that, I'm not going to stand at the microphone long because I'm not that guy, but I do want to just go over a little bit of the ceremony this evening so that everybody will have a frame of reference for this to take place. So we will have a musical selection from our choir, guided by Ms. Vanessa Allen, and then we'll have the introduction of our speakers this evening by Mr. Burley. And they are our speakers tonight, are former graduates of Ottawa Hills High School 1990. So we do look to show our support with the alumni and bridging that gap between what we have currently in our school as students, as well as the folks that have been with us quite some time. I shouldn't say quite some time ago because I'm in that era as well. But we look forward to hearing that message, and then that'll be followed up by dinner. And then we'll move on to the ceremony, and then we'll close the night out with a musical selection, and then we'll move forward for even. We should not be here any more than an hour, so it's going to go pretty fast, but just make sure we celebrate academic success, because these young people before me are the reasons why we come into the building every day to serve them. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Allen, and then we'll do our musical selections. Thank you. Thank you, choir, for that musical selection. At this time, we will bring up Mr. Christian Burley as he introduces the speakers for this evening. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Christian Verley. I am an academic student of the Ottawa Hills High School, and I'm a product of Grand Rapids Public Schools. I'm an alumni of Ottawa Hills High School and was an academic honor roll student and a very active wrestling team member. I also played defensive end and defensive line on the freshman, JV, and varsity football team. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, our defensive line was also known as the Fat Boys. Currently, I'm the intervention specialist, peer mentor advisor for a freshman group that participates in the Motivation Nation Tutor Academic Progress Program. I earned my bachelor's degree from Trine University in 2010, and it's a privilege for me to introduce two very successful people from the Ottawa Hills High School's alum. They are academic products of the Grand Rapids Public School System as well. Mrs. Jamel Weddle attended Dickinson Elementary School, and Mrs. Matilda Weddle attended Shawnee Park Elementary School. They both attended Iroquois Middle and graduated from Ottawa Hills High School. They were very active students at Ottawa Hills High School. Ms. Matilda Weddle was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1989, and Mr. Jamel Weddle was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1990. They both earned their college degrees, and Mr. Weddle is a professional engineer, and Ms. Weddle is a professional attorney. Please join me and welcome them back to their alma mater and home, Ottawa Hills High School.
As the chorale leaves, I first would like to thank Mr. Christian for that beautiful introduction. I want to thank you very much, and want to send a special congratulations and also a thank you to the inductees for having us on this evening. Also, like Principal Lewis had said, is that I'm not going to be the speaker of this evening. I'm going to leave that up to my better half, to my wife. She does a much better job of it. But at the same time, I just wanted to recap on what Christian had gave on a small bio of us. We are products of Ottawa Hills High School of the class of '90, and we're both reflecting, as well as with a very close friend of mine, Mr. Rondo Cooper as well too, that it just seems like yesterday, as I see your faces being inducted now to the Hall of Fame, that it just seems like it was just a short while ago that we were sitting in the same spot, or even in the cafeteria here in the mall during lunch hours. And now I'm looking at my kids' faces, both Tiara and Jay, and like, man, it seems like time just flies right by. And it does just that. So I just want to congratulate you again on being inducted to the Hall of Fame, and just to realize that this is just a small stop on your journey of your education. And as my wife will profess to as well, there's so much potential now that builds on top of this. Because when I was going through this, when I was at your spot, I never imagined now that I would be doing what I'm doing in engineering, having a family that I have right now, and being able to speak on the other side of the mic, because I was sitting on that side of the table with my parents and wondering like, okay, what's next? What am I going to do in college? What will be my career and future? All of that unfolds, but this has set the groundwork for that very same potential. So now that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to take my seat. And for the rest, of the speech, I'm going to have my wife share exactly what's on her heart. As academics is one of those very same things, and I've seen her exude that in our children and what we expect from them academically as well too. So please welcome her.
Okay, I want to begin by having you repeat after me. I'm so glad they put y'all right in front of me so I can talk directly to y'all. So I want you to say, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. Again, if she can do it, I can do it. I would like to thank you all for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful introduction, and I am so honored to be here with you this evening. While I am very, very proud of my credentials, I usually don't share them at the onset. Can you not hear me? Okay. I usually don't share them at the onset, and one of the reasons being is because in my experience, people tend to believe that you are a particular way because you're an attorney, okay? And to be so honest with you, I so don't fit the mold, okay? I really, really don't. And I tell my children all the time, it's important not to do. It's important not to believe that just because people share a particular characteristic that they are a particular way. I taught a class one time, and for the entire semester, I did not reveal to my students what my profession was. My reason being is because I knew they would have a difficult time relating to me if I were to tell them what my profession was. When I eventually did reveal it to them, they said, well, you don't act like an attorney. And I'm like, oh, well, what does an attorney act like? And then they said, well, you're real down to earth. I guess attorneys don't live on this earth, okay? So I'm like, I'm really struggling here. And then I literally had an experience last week with my daughter's piano teacher. She's been taking piano for like 2 years. And we had a discussion, and she said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm an attorney. She was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know you were an attorney. And I'm like, okay. And so we had a little more discussion, and then as soon as we left and got into the car, my daughter said, Mommy, why was she so surprised that you're an attorney? I'm like, why? I don't know, but I can only speculate. So my goal for you this evening is for you to see yourself in me. That's my goal for you to see yourself in me, because I'm just like you. And as they said, I literally was sitting where you were sitting a couple of years ago. I'm going to say a couple of years, but it was more than a couple. I usually don't reveal my age, but I think that the year of graduation will reveal that. So again, I want you to repeat after me. If she can do it, I can do it. Okay. And I won't be talking at you, because I am a teacher at heart, and I know that if you interact with me, that you're going to digest more than if you were to just sit here and listen to me. So if I ask you a question, I'm asking you to participate with me, and then I'm going to give you 3 little points. I'm going to be on my way. We're going to eat a good dinner, and everything's going to be happy, okay? Okay. So when Mrs. Bailey called me and asked me to speak this evening, I thought to myself, what do I want to share with you all? What do I want to share with you all? I took some real time to ponder that. And what I decided is that I wanted to share with you what I wish someone would have shared with me when I was sitting where you're sitting. Okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of pearls of wisdom, and I have to preface this by saying that I cannot take the credit for any of this. It all came from various sources. These are just things that have affected me and have transformed me, in my journey. The first thing I would encourage you to do is, I know some of you are really close to graduation. I think they said we have everything from freshmen to seniors. So, everyone is within 4 years of graduation, which is really close. And as you, get toward graduation, I would encourage you to define success. So the first thing I would encourage you to do is define success. Okay, so, told you this was going to be interactive. Somebody tell me what the definition of success is. I didn't hear that. Who said something? I heard something. What's the definition of success? To achieve a goal that you want to meet. I like that. Anyone else want to add to that? To achieve a goal that you want to meet. Success. Yes, we're looking for the definition. Are we listening? Are we listening? Okay. To achieve a goal we're trying to meet. Okay, so I thought that I would look up the definition. If I wanted to know the definition of something, I went to Merriam-Webster. I didn't even have to open a book. I can type it in my cute little tablet and it pops up. So Merriam-Webster defines it really close to how you defined it: the correct or desired result of an attempt. The correct or desired result of an attempt. My question for you as you begin your life's journey is, what are you attempting? What are you attempting to do? Are you attempting to earn a lot of money? Some people define success by the amount of money they have in their bank account. Are you attempting to earn a lot of money? Are you attempting to become a doctor? Are you attempting to become a lawyer, an engineer, an educator? Are you attempting to write a book? Are you attempting to change the world? You want to be president? What do you want to do? What are you attempting? The reason that I asked is, my point is that if you don't know what you're attempting, how are you ever going to know when you get there? If you don't know what your definition of success is, how are you ever going to know when you get there? It's like shooting blindfold. You're not going to know. Some people consider me to be successful because I'm an attorney. And while I agree with that, because that was something I was attempting to do, that was something that I was trying to do. However, there are also so many other facets to me. I'm attempting to do a lot of other things too. Like I'm attempting to raise some successful, productive, well-mannered children. They're still pretty young, but we're on our way, okay? We're on our way. I don't want to be grim here, but when you think about success, I've heard it said often that, you know, when you pass away, you have a date of birth and you have a date of death on your headstone, and you have a dash in the middle. What do you want your dash to be? What do you want, how do you define success? Something that has been a book that has really encouraged me is The Purpose-Driven Life. And I'm like, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? They had a great acronym in the book called, and the acronym is SHAPE. Shape, shape, shape. So the S in shape, and it helps define what you're supposed to be doing. The S in shape are your spiritual gifts. What are your spiritual gifts? Some of those gifts are the gift of administration. How many of us have the gift of administration? How many of us are organizers, planners? You're able to execute things. You're thorough. You're responsible. You're efficient. Nobody, no administrators in the room? Okay, I have that gift, so yes. Okay, I see a couple of administrators, great. Okay, how many have the gift of encouragement? You can strengthen, comfort those who are discouraged. You're positive, you're motivating, you're affirming. How many have, I see some encouragers. How many encouragers do you have in the room? Good, good, good. Hospitality. How many have the gift of hospitality? You can care for others. You're friendly, you're gracious, you're responsive, you're warm. I see some, yep, great, great, great. If you don't have the gift of hospitality, you're probably not going to be a greeter at Myers. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So, I mean, you have to kind of see, you know, what are your gifts, and, you know, it determines what you should be doing. How many have the gift of leadership? You can cast a vision, you can motivate, you can direct people, you're a visionary, you're a goal setter. Leadership, I see you. If you do not have the gift of leadership, you're probably not going to be the CEO of a company. You're not going to run a company, you're not going to run your own company. And that's okay. How many have the gift of teaching? I have that gift. You can understand, you can clearly explain, you can apply things, you're practical, you're analytical, you're perceptive. How many have that gift? I see a lot of teachers in the room. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. So S is spiritual gifts. These are ways to determine what you're supposed to be doing in life, what you're supposed to be doing in life. The H in shape stands for your heart. What are your bundles of desires, your hopes, your dreams, your affections? What do you love and care about? What are you enthusiastic about, and what are you effective at? What is your passion? What is your passion? Some people have a passion for the environment. Some people have a passion for animals. What is your passion? It will help determine where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. I discovered through my children that I have a passion for youth and I have a passion for education. Maybe I have a passion for youth because I'm a kid at heart. You know, educationally, I can break things down into the simplest parts, whether it be tying your shoe or a complex math problem. I just have the gift of being able to do that. And so when Mrs. Bailey called me and asked me to speak this evening, I had a full calendar. But I have a passion for youth and education. This fit right in, so I was like, I have to be there. I have to do this, okay? A, and the A in shape stands for your abilities. What abilities do you have? What natural talents? These are natural talents that you are born with. It's an indication of what you should be doing. Do you have a natural talent for writing, speaking, teaching, athletics? What are your natural talents? My daughter Tiara, she has a natural talent for arts. She can draw absolutely anything. As I said, she's taken piano for like 2 years. The second week she was playing songs. It's just natural for her. I wish I could take the credit for that, but that comes from her dad's side of the family. It doesn't come from our side of the family. So, but that's just a natural talent that she has. And you know, consider, what are your natural abilities? What can you do well? P stands for personality. What is your personality? We are all unique, and I'm going to put a pin in it there, and I think that we need to do a better job of just accepting people's differences. And you know what? It's so okay. It's so okay that we're different, but sometimes we struggle because, you know, someone can't understand something that, you know, empathize with something that you're going through because they're different. And while I think I'm just this awesome, phenomenal person, the world would be so boring if there was a zillion Matilda Weddles running around. I mean, just no fun at all. So, you know, consider what your personality is. Are you an introvert? Do you prefer to work independently? Where are the introverts at? You will be as happy as a pig in mud working by yourself. Yep, I see the introverts. What about extroverts? You prefer to, engage with other people. Where are the extroverts at? Yeah, I see all the extroverts in the house. That's great. And I want to say that, these are not mutually exclusive, okay? Because some days I can be an introvert and just leave me alone, okay? But on other days, I need to engage. I need to be involved with, other people. Where are those who like routine? You like a schedule, and I see you. I'm one of those people. You like a schedule, and you like to stick through it. If you throw you off your schedule, you off balance. That's me. Okay, how about those who like variety? Where are those who like variety? I don't even have to look over here at my husband. I know he probably has his hand up. He'll get up on one Saturday and say, well, what are we doing today? And I'm like, what do you mean, what are we doing? I've had my day planned for like 2 weeks. What do you mean? Because he likes variety, I like routine. And it's just different, but it's okay. It's okay to be different. And finally, the E in shape, which will help you determine where you're supposed to be at and what you're supposed to be doing, stands for your experiences. What experiences have you had? Your family experiences. That's going to affect what you should be doing, how you grew up, where you grew up, what your household looked like. That's going to affect how you're supposed, what you're supposed to be doing. I grew up on the southeast side of Grand Rapids, so I can really relate to those who grew up in the city. I can. But don't get it twisted, because I can go to the boardroom and hold my own as well, okay? So, where you grew up is going to affect where you, what you should be doing. Your educational experiences, where you go to school, that's going to affect, it's going to help define you and affect what you're supposed to be doing. And also your painful experiences can affect, what you're supposed to be doing. You may have a mom who lost her child to drinking and driving, and all of a sudden she develops a passion for other, parents who have lost a child for drinking and driving. She may create an organization called, MAD, or Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It affects painful experiences. It's hard to tell when we're in it, but they will affect, where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be doing. So the first thing, again, that I would encourage you to do is to define what your success is, so that you will know when you get there. And it will be very individualized. It will be different for everybody in the room, and that's so okay. The second thing that I wish someone would have told me when I was sitting where you are sitting is that life is a journey, okay? Life is a journey, and I'm so very proud of each one of you. I mean, the fact that you're here, the fact that you've maintained a grade point average that will enable you to be inducted into the Academic Hall of Fame shows your dedication and your commitment to your education and yourself. Okay, and I was once sitting where you were sitting, and I was an overachiever. I thought everything was always going to be easy. The world was at my fingertips. But I think I would do you a disservice by not telling you that on your journey, at times, you're going to have detours. Okay, so, but I want you to look at it, at times it's not going to be easy, but I want you to look at it as just that, as a detour and not your final destination. Okay, one of my challenges was finances. I'll tell you right off the bat. As I said, I grew up on the southeast side of Grand Rapids, and there were absolutely no mansions in my neighborhood. In addition, I did not have a rich uncle who left me a trust fund. I knew if I wanted to be an attorney, it was going to cost a lot of money. So I had to figure out where it was going to come from. I literally know attorneys today whose student loan note is more than my mortgage, literally. Costs a whole lot of money. However, I was able to overcome that stumbling block, as well as many others that was, thrown in my way. However, I want you to say it with me. If she can do it, you know the rest. I can do it, yes. So, so you may encounter some, detours on your journey. However, I know that you can overcome those detours. My third and final point that I would like to make is that if I was sitting where you were sitting, I wish someone would have told me to develop and create a support system. A support system. Someone who can encourage you. Someone who can give you that push when needed. Who can help you when, the detours of your journey come along. I know we often think, you know, or I thought when I was sitting where you are sitting, I don't need anyone. I can do this. I can do this all by myself. But you really do need people. And so who is your, help me out, who is your support system? Mother, I heard mother. Dad. Alasia, whoever she is, yes. Who is your support system? So your support system can come in the form of your parents, they can come in the form of friends, your pastors, your mentors, but they can also come in, you know, less traditional people. Maybe your coach is your support system. Maybe a neighbor is your support system. Maybe a particular author inspires you. You know, just create your support system. I personally find a lot of comfort and support in my faith. I pray a whole lot. So it's just me and God working it out, okay? That's a support system for me. I also am blessed to have an awesome supportive spouse whom we will celebrate our 15th anniversary this year. And I appreciate you, and I love you. Thank you for your support. I can remember many, many times where I can be like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't. And he is there to say, yes, you can. And I appreciate and thank you for that. And sometimes we look around and we don't really see anyone at the time who can support us. So sometimes you're going to have to reach really, really deep down and encourage yourself, you know, but you, again, you can do it. So my 3 points that I would like to leave you with is first, define success so that you will know where you need, when you get there, utilize your shape, your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your heart, your abilities, your personality, your experiences to define what your success is. 2, to define what your success is, to realize that life is a journey and that detours may come, but that's a detour, not your final destination. And 3, to develop your support system. I have, probably since grade school, wanted to be an attorney, but I did not see any within my reach. I didn't. No one in my family had went to college, let alone law school. So I also knew that there would be an issue with finances, and while I was very confident, I was still a realist. And so I would ask myself, you know, can I really do this? Can I really do this? And I am living proof that yes, you can. So again, I want you one final time to say it with me. If she can do it, I can do it. I am still on my journey, and I want to thank you for being a part of it.
I'd like to bring Mr. and Mrs. Weddle back up again and just from the students and from the school of Ottawa High School, just say thank you. And we have 2 plaques for you. Just wanted to wish you a blessing on your journey and just appreciate you guys coming to speak to us.
I've been thinking about you. You know. I've been thinking about you. You know. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. So shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Eye to eye, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. shine bright like a diamond, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Shawty's like a melody, melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day, like an iPod stuck on replay.
We are so grateful this evening to have food to be served for us and catered for us. So we want to show our appreciation and gratefulness by indulging in such meal right now. So we'd like to start off dinner with our head table, with our honorees, with our special guests. If you guys would go ahead and line up for dinner. And then we will follow with tables here, here, and work our way to the end there. At this time, this is the moment we've been waiting for to honor and celebrate those students who have worked so hard to achieve good grades, good citizenship, just model students, and we want to acknowledge them at this time and their achievements. As I call your name, I'd like you to come and stand. You're going to shake Mr. Lewis's hand, and then he will show you where to stand, and then remain standing there until all of the students have been recognized, okay? First, Mr. Miles Miller. Is Miles here? I'll go ahead and read his accomplishments. He's not here tonight. This is his second time on the Academic Hall of Fame. He has earned a 3.80 grade point average as a senior, and he will be receiving his pin. Okay, can we give another hand for Miles Miller? Next up, we have Miss Tatiana Fields. Tatiana, this is her first time on the Academic Hall of Fame, and she has earned a 3.65 grade point average. And she will be receiving her Chanel letter tonight. Next, we have Miss Shanice Graves Allen. Shanice this is her first time on the Academic Hall of Fame, and she has earned a 3.52 grade point average. Can we give a hand for all of our seniors that are on the Academic Excellence Hall of Fame? Next, we will honor our juniors. Fatma Mohammed. I know she's not here. This is Fatma's second time on the Academic Hall of Fame. She has earned a 3.94 grade point average, and she will be receiving her Lamp of Intelligence pin for her accomplishments. Can we give her a hand? Okay. Next we have Alasia Tardy. Alasia has been on the Academic Excellence Hall of Fame 3 times in a row. And in your program it says 3.52, but her grade point average is actually a 3.87 grade point average. Can we give a round of applause for Alasia? Thank you. Now in the sophomores category, we have Mr. Anthony Alexander. Anthony has been on the Academic Excellence Hall of Fame 2 times, and he has a 3.89 grade point average. Next, we have Dong Nguyen. Is he here? Okay. Still him? This is the second year that Dong has been on the Academic Hall of Fame with a 4.0 grade point average. Awesome, awesome. And last but certainly not least, Miss Jody Vo. Yay! This is Jody's second time on the Academic Excellence Hall of Fame with a 4.00 grade point average. We are so extremely proud of all of our students who are on the Academic Excellence Hall of Fame. Can we give one more round of applause for all of our honorees tonight? Congratulations to each of you. So they will be receiving their chenille letter, letter O. They will be receiving the Lamp of Intelligence pin and other awards and honors that are in their hands as well. Mr. Lewis, would you like to have some final remarks?
Yes. So I would like to say some closing remarks. I really want to highlight some of the things that we have a group of 3 that are leaving us this in June, on June 7th as graduates. And each one of them have done a phenomenal job. Ms. Fields, Ms. Graves Allen, Mr. Miller have all done phenomenal jobs here at Ottawa Hills High School in their 4-year careers. And this is like a capstone of their legacy that'll carry on throughout our school and be a part of that tradition that we've established. But each one of them, which is so ironic, each of them were admitted to the University of Michigan. And that's the first time since I've been in the leadership position here at Ottawa Hills that has ever happened. However, the caveat to that is Ms. Graves Allen and Ms. Fields are both going to go to Michigan State, so that's also a great thing. So we have some diehard Michigan State fans here with us also, and we have actually we have a sister of one of the candidates that goes to Michigan State in the audience with us. Miles Miller received a basketball scholarship to play basketball at Grand Valley State University, so he's going to take his dreams there. All right. But you know, we're sending them away. We've got a great group of kids coming up behind them, and we're going to continue to work hard to make sure that their academic pursuit is at the highest that it can be as we continue to move forward and build Ottawa Hills into one of the best schools in the region. So with that, I would like to close and say I do thank the administrative team. I would like to thank the teachers, the auxiliary support staff that we have here with us today. I'd like to thank our guest speakers that we had, our alumni. I'd like to thank the choir, under Ms. Allen's direction. They were phenomenal tonight. And you know, with that, I would just like to say, go Bengals. But this has been a wonderful opportunity for us to engage in academic excellence. I've been able to do this in some type of leadership capacity here at Ottawa for the last 9 years, and it's been a very good process for me as well. So I thank the students for their attendance this evening, and again, go Bengals. Thank you.